Okay guys, let's give you a little update what's going on in the shop this week. The 67 Firebird that you saw. Well, we put new coils in the front. Customer asked us to, if you remember that. And we got a chunk pan here. And we got new sub rails there outside. But anyway, so we got the diff out of it, the gas tank out of it. Already had new leaf springs. Apparently the diff has been gone through. So that's a good thing, but got all that out and starting to cut away. You can see, cutting away all the floor. And look at these sub rails, what someone's done in the past. Look at this. Wow, eh? Isn't that crazy? That's why it's here, to fix that up. Now it does need some other work, obviously. I mean, ooh, look at the rust we're getting into here. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, it does need other work. I mean, it needs floors, period. But I know some people are like, wow, like, what's going on? But this guy drives this car, believe it or not. I'm going to say this car, and it doesn't matter. My customers know I'm an honest guy. This car is a 10-footer. Looks really good from 10 feet away. You get up close, still a decent looking car, but you can tell it's driven. And this gentleman here tells me he drives this car all year round. He says, I take it even out in the winter. He says, you'll see me going to the grocery store in it. This throws his winter tires on, I guess, and drives it. Isn't that what they were meant for? I don't know. I think so. He says he's already got a few other cars, and he does. And he says he just wants to drive an old car all the time, and this is basically the beater car. So, hey, good on him. That's cool. Wouldn't we all like to have a 67 Firebird we could drive in the snow? Throw some studded tires and a set of chains on her and away we go? That's good. And he's maintaining it. He's fixing the rust here, but he's not touching the outer body. He's not worried about that. He's like, no, let's just take care of the major part, because you can see this thing is, they made that for the shocks. The shocks should come up through the floor. They made this because they just ripped right through. Isn't that insane? So we'll be chopping away a bit more here tomorrow. I got to get hold of him tonight and ask him about these rear floor pans, because honestly we should do them right now too, because like Mike was saying, this all welds up onto the rear floor pan. So the section he got stops up here, but we're going to put the rails in. You may as well go to where you can and then stop, and he'll deal with the rest later in life. All good. Now, I've been working away on different things. Oh, also, remember the other day on the cruise? Well, this was Rich's other vehicle. You've seen it here lots. The 53 Chevy Pickup. He was driving the 47 Chevy. The Model A, up and running. Our tail light came in. Our brake light switch came in. All that kind of stuff. That's on there. The only thing we found was it was always dead when we went to start it. And we realized that the little charging unit on the generator was acting up. So we've got a new one on the way. So, and that's it. Yeah. Sean's priming.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, we'll take a look at what he's going to prime.
Yeah, I just need 5 minutes.
Yeah, he needs 5 minutes. That's okay. Oh yeah, we got the K5 Blazer is in-house. So, you remember last week I got all the chrome off it. I did what I had to do. And Sean, this is the 62 Chevy door. He's getting that primered up. This is the front lower valance for the Blazer. He's getting that done up. Dash parts for the 62 Chev Pickup he's priming up. The cowl corners for the 62 Chev Pickup he's priming, and we'll get a better picture of that when we can. Okay, and then we'll look out here at what's happening. And then the 55 Chevy Pickup, it says here the battery's going to die in 2 minutes. This battery's always dying. Anyway, the 55 Chevy Pickup, I got the doors back on it. They're opening and closing nice. I'm just threw some Dynamat in here. I'm putting a little bit of Dynamat in there, what I got, and I'm getting all the dash together. So that's where we're at right now. And, well, we'll come back to you on this video and we'll show you more. We'll show you some more on the 62 once I go charge it up, because it just says battery pack dying. Okay, let's take a look here. What's going on? This Firebird, holy God. It's just... It's everything from newspaper, from spray foam, to pop-riveted metal, to who knows what. Look at it. It is just, it's just rotten. It's Thursday today. We'll have this all out of here and done by Friday, but unfortunately for the owner, he got just the chunk pan there, which goes up, but we had to order today, we had to order this piece. So I just ordered it and got the fast shipping. This piece here, like, I don't know if I can get in here to show you. Look at this. That's just fiberglass cloth. It's everywhere. I mean, like, there we go. And you got to fix all this because that is where your leaf springs all come into. So, you know, I've ordered all this new for him. So he'll have all this new, he'll have a new chunk pan, he'll have new sub rails, so it'll be solid from there back. We'll fix that while we're in here. It'll be solid, and then, you know, someone's welded some patches in, you know, the normal, let's go over the rust, weld them in, but we're not dealing with that right now. He's going to bring that back later, maybe in the fall, because this is a big concern. I mean, look at it over there. It's a huge concern, so this is not an easy job. It's a big one. But we'll keep plugging away. But hopefully by tomorrow everything's cut out, cleaned up, and then next week we'll wait on that one panel we need, and then next week we'll start welding stuff in. So that's the good news. Sean is making, cut myself on something there. Anyway, Sean's making good headway on the Blazer. He's just walking along here. Take a look and see. There's those parts you saw the other day, now they're primered, alright? And yeah, you can't really see, but anyway, it doesn't matter. He's doing good. He's just getting ready to prime some more parts for the 62 Chev. But yeah, he's, you can see through the plastic where he's doing all the bodywork here on the driver's side, to focus on one side. And it's coming out pretty damn good. Of course, once you get everything bodyworked and primed and roughed in, then we'll pull the door off, right? But you leave it on for now so you make sure that everything kind of lines up. Now this customer is not getting carried away with this. We're not doing it like, this isn't like a prime it, block it, where it's going to be perfectly straight. That's not going to be on that truck. I mean, it'll look nice, it'll look decent, it'll look straight, but it won't be like it's not a show job we're doing here. You know, not stripping at the bare metal, not looking for more rust, just took care of what we had to take care of, and that's that. And now the 55 Chevy, got the gas tank back in it. Got the steering column all in it. Glove box, I don't know, all the stuff. Finished off what I had for Dynamat here. Like I say, it's doors closed nice. Yeah, it's just looking like something. So we're pretty much to the end with this one now till we get the engine and transmission, which will be here next week. Well, not the engine, transmission is here. Whoops, but the engine will be here next week sometime. But we are coming into a long weekend. It's May long weekend, so Monday's a holiday. So that's gonna throw us for a little bit of a loop. But I don't work Mondays anyway, so it's not really gonna throw us for that much of a big deal. But once you get the engine tranny, we'll get the sheet metal on, and then we'll run all the brake lines, hook the exhaust up, then it's wiring time, and then, you know, it is what it is. So that's coming along real good. 62 Chevy Pickup, I didn't show you because camera was dying. Had a couple little holes back there where there was gun racks. I welded those up. Owner told me to weld in where the radio was, welded that up. It's all prepped inside here, you know, for primer. Getting there very good. It's just, yeah, things are just rolling along here. We're doing the best we can. Truck Central. Oh, and the phone keeps ringing. I don't know. This week alone must have been like, honestly, 4 to 5 more jobs wanting to come in. And I just said, huh, you know, I don't know what to tell you right now. I'm just amazed at how much work there is coming this way. And I just said, well, I'm booking now like August, September. There's nothing I can do. May, we're in mid-May right now. I'm jammed for May and June. If someone had like a small job, like maybe like a, I don't know, something smaller, like fix a fender or something, yeah. But big jobs, no. We're booking like later now. And that's that. And of course the 68 GMC, it's all ready and done, waiting to go. But the problem was is they got the people that made the drive shaft for us. They ordered a slip yoke, you know, to go in the transmission, and they got the wrong one. It comes out of the States. So they said, hey, you sent us the wrong one. So it's not their fault, and that's understandable. So they had to order another one. So it's supposed to be here sometime tomorrow, Friday. But guess what? They said we'll call you like Friday early afternoon, and we'll have it done. You can get the dry shaft. But they're down the freeway from me. They're in Abbotsford. I'm in Chilliwack. I'm not going near the freeway on a long weekend on a Friday. So I messaged customers, said, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You know, and Monday's a holiday. I'll just get the dry shaft next week. I'm not dealing with that on Friday afternoon. Getting there, seriously, from my end would be no problem. I'd get there within a half hour. Coming back, when it's a long weekend, everyone coming up here to Cultus Lake and Chilliwack, I'll be on the freeway for 2 hours stuck on a half-hour drive. Ain't happening. Just ain't happening. Anyway, hey, it's always a good time and old time. Glad I could show you a little bit of a catch-up video here, and I will be back to you on Sunday Funday with what? I don't know. Are we going to be working on the car? We're going to be cruising again? I don't know. It depends on the weather. Right now it says it's going to be sunny, but we don't know. We'll just take it from there. Okay, catch y'all later.